Have you ever watched security footage and noticed something disturbing? A person walks into frame, they look normal, calm, unaware, and then they vanish. No struggle, no explanation, no trace. Tonight, we're looking at 10 real people who were caught on camera just moments before they disappeared forever. In some cases, the footage we're about to show you is the last proof they were ever alive. These aren't movie scenes, these are real unsolved mysteries. From airports, to bars, to cruise ships in the middle of the ocean, each case leaves behind one haunting question. What really happened after the cameras stopped recording? Let's begin. Lars Mittank was a 28-year-old German man who vanished in July 2014 in Bulgaria. He was on vacation with friends at Golden Sands on the Black Sea coast. A day before his flight home, Lars got into a fight at a bar and injured his eardrum. Doctors told him not to fly, but after his friends left, his behavior became strange. Hotel security cameras captured him running through hallways, hiding, and looking terrified. On July 8th, Lars went to Varna airport for his flight back to Germany. Suddenly, he panicked, saying, "I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here." CCTV footage shows him running through the terminal, climbing a fence, and disappearing into the nearby forest, never to be seen again. To this day, his disappearance remains a mystery. Some believe he suffered a psychotic break, others that he got lost in the wilderness, and some even think he might still be alive. This is one of the most talked about disappearance cases, which is why it takes the number 10 spot on our top list. And our number 9 spot on the list is the case of Brian Shaffer. Was a medical student with a bright future, until one night he walked into a bar in Columbus, Ohio, and never came out. Caught on security cameras, Brian entered the bar safely, but after that moment, he vanished without a trace. On April 1st, 2006, Brian went out with friends to celebrate. Surveillance footage shows him entering the Ugly Tuna Saloon bar. Inside, he was last seen talking to friends, appearing completely normal. But strangely, no cameras captured him leaving. His jacket, keys, and wallet were never found. The bar's exit and alleyways were carefully monitored, yet he simply disappeared. The FBI investigated extensively. Hundreds of tips were followed, suspects interviewed, but no concrete leads ever surfaced. Brian's disappearance remains one of America's most baffling unsolved cases, haunting his family and the city of Columbus to this day. This is a fairly well-known case, which is why it takes the number 9 spot on our list. Michael Van Zandt was just enjoying a late-night walk along the California coast when the unimaginable happened. Caught on security cameras, he appeared calm and normal. But in a moment, he vanished, leaving nothing behind. In 2016, Michael Van Zandt was filmed by a security camera near Hermosa Beach, California. The footage shows him walking alone at night, seemingly unaware of anything unusual. Moments later, he simply disappears from view. Despite extensive searches along the coastline and nearby areas, no trace of Michael was ever found. Friends and family were left devastated, and authorities have no explanation for what happened. The mystery of Michael Van Zandt's disappearance remains unsolved, making it one of California's most baffling missing person cases captured on camera. Rebecca Coriam was a cheerful young crew member on a Disney cruise ship, until one day, she simply vanished. Caught on the ship's internal cameras, she was seen for the last time, walking down a corridor, and then, nothing. On March 22, 2011, Rebecca, 24, disappeared from the Disney Wonder while working as a crew member. Surveillance footage captured her entering a crew-only area, talking briefly to colleagues. After that, she was never seen again. Despite extensive searches of the ship, the surrounding ocean, and interviews with crew members, no trace of Rebecca has ever been found. Her disappearance remains a complete mystery, and the case is one of the most haunting unsolved maritime mysteries in modern history. Andrew Gosden was a bright 14-year-old boy in London, full of promise and curiosity. But one morning in 2007, he walked into King's Cross Station and was never seen again. Caught on security cameras, Andrew seemed normal. But in a moment, he vanished from the public eye forever. On September 14, 2007, Andrew Gosden left his home in Doncaster and traveled alone to London. CCTV footage shows him entering King's Cross Station, carrying his backpack and appearing calm. However, there are no recordings of him leaving the station. And despite extensive police investigations and public appeals, no confirmed sightings have ever been reported. Andrew's disappearance remains one of the UK's most baffling unsolved cases, leaving family, friends, and investigators searching for answers that may never come. This is a fairly well-known case, which is why it takes the number 6 spot on our list. And our number 5 spot is the case of Trevor Deely, a young man walking home in Dublin, Ireland. He was caught on CCTV looking completely normal, but just moments later, he vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but unanswered questions. On December 22, 2000, Trevor Deely was last seen on security cameras near St. Stephen's Green in Dublin, walking home after work. The footage shows him speaking briefly with another man before continuing his path. After this, he disappeared completely. Extensive searches of the city and interviews with hundreds of potential witnesses have failed to uncover any evidence of his whereabouts. Trevor Deely's disappearance remains one of Ireland's most baffling unsolved cases, haunting his family and the public for over 2 decades. Jennifer Kess was a young woman living in Orlando, Florida. One morning, she simply didn't show up for work. Caught on a security camera, a mysterious figure was seen near her apartment, and then she vanished without a trace. On January 24, 2006, Jennifer Kess disappeared from her apartment complex. Surveillance footage captured a person lurking near her car shortly after she parked it. Despite extensive police investigation, her car, keys, wallet, and personal belongings were never recovered, and no confirmed sightings of Jennifer have been reported since. The case remains one of Florida's most perplexing unsolved mysteries, leaving her family desperate for answers. These are just 10 of the many people who vanished without a trace. Caught on camera, their last moments are the only proof they ever existed. The mysteries remain unsolved, and their families are still searching for answers. If you enjoyed uncovering these real-life disappearances, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. More true crime, shocking mysteries, and unsolved cases are coming soon, and you won't want to miss them. Leave a comment below. Which case shocked you the most? Do you have your own theory about what really happened? Thanks for watching, and remember, some mysteries are meant to haunt us forever.